Good job. Now, if you're ready, let the wonderful session begin. I want you to focus now fully on me, British. A viewer is asking me to speak British. I can speak British accent. I've been speaking British accent for the past, I don't know, many years, but I prefer speaking American for now. Because after all, I'm going to the United States, so it's better to speak American. All right, please, everyone, please quit the chat. Look at me. All right, look at the presentation because there is so much valuable information. I want you all to sit in a quiet place and I want you all to ask anybody around you not to disturb you for the next 30, 40 minutes. I don't want to take too much of your time. I understand it's Sunday evening. I understand that you want to go to sleep early or you want to have some good time with your family. I completely understand that. But the next 30, 40 minutes will be very, very crucial for you because it will help you to better understand how you need to plan the summer before the application starts to the class of 2030. I have quit Telegram. Please quit Telegram chats and please look at the screen. If you're ready, let the session begin. So the first thing that you need to focus on in the summer is, of course, academics. Yes, I don't want to focus too much on this part, but it is inevitable. We cannot escape the fact that SAT is needed. Quite recently, UPenn has reinstated their policy. And now, yes, the research paper is number 2 thing that you can do. So in order for you to be able to strengthen yourself academically, you need to write a research paper. And there are 2 problems that you can apply. The program that you can apply is Pioneer Academics. Pioneer Academics is number 1 program in the world. All right. Pioneer Academics is a program that will teach you how to write the research paper. It will also give you a mentor who is a professor at the top university, and they will be assisting you in the process of writing a research paper. And also, they will help you publish your research paper, which is extremely important. I mean, it's not important, but it's extremely beneficial. If you get your research paper published, then it's a big plus. However, Pioneer is not the only option. We also have Lumiere Education. Lumiere is an alternative to Pioneer. It's not as prestigious, but I am sure that Lumiere is going to be extremely useful in your application. I know some people who did Lumiere, and I know a girl who did Lumiere. I have classmates who did Lumiere, and even one of my acquaintances got their paper published at the Stanford University's website. She literally published paper at the Stanford's website. That means, it's something very big. And if you get rejected from both of these programs, you can learn how to write a research paper on your own. You then find a professor and write together with them. All right. So even if you cannot apply to these 2 programs, research paper is a must. Yes, it's not a requirement from the university, but doing it definitely helps. Doing it definitely improves your application. All right, I'm checking if there are any problems. I hope there are no any problems. If you have any problems, make sure that you write in the comments section of the very last post, and we move on. I don't want you to miss out on any information, so please let me know as soon as possible. Also, I would ask the admin to stop me at any time if I am lagging. I don't want to be lagging. I hate to be lagging. So please, the admin or the admins, stop me anytime you feel that I'm lagging, okay? So we move on. Next is APs. AP stands for Advanced Placement. And that's simply, it's an exam that you take on different subjects. You can take AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Calculus, AP PC, AP Psychology, AP Economics, macroeconomics and whatever. There are a lot of different APs that you can take. And interestingly enough, it's possible to take AP exams in Uzbekistan. Yes, there is only one test center in Uzbekistan that you can take AP exams. It's Innovative Center at Samarkand. I've never been there, but I've heard a lot of times. My friend Bober John, if you know him, he is, he works there. He is the student of Johns Hopkins University. So yeah, you need to aim to take about 2 to 3 AP tests, and if you get 5 from all of them, have greater chance to get in. So deadline to register is March 14. Make sure you do not miss the deadline. Yes, it's slightly expensive. It's a bit expensive to take AP exams compared to SATs and IELTS, but make sure that you do it because the competition is harsh. Competition is fierce, and you do not want to be at disadvantage compared to other applicants. You want to be, you want to make sure that you are strong academically. And please pay attention that we have only covered the academics part, and the rest is even more interesting. Are you ready? So far, we have 3 pages, if you see right here or right there, whatever. There are 3 pages in terms of academics. Please write in the comments, what were the 3 aspects of academics? The first one was SAT. Right. Let's go. In the chat, let's go. Let's write what were the important aspects of academics. Let's go. Yes. Is equal to standard SAT score. Yes. But depends on the university. Most of the universities that I know accept that, but some might not accept it. All right, Yasmin, you're right. SAT, research, AP. How many times we can have AP exams in a year? Okay, that's a very good question. Hilola, thank you very much for the question. You can take only once. The AP exams are administered throughout the world only once. So if you miss it, you will not have the chance to take it again. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Oh yeah, Gulnaza wanted to add GPA, but I didn't mention it in this slide because GPA is something extremely obvious already. I don't want to spend time on something that you already know. And in summer, how can you work on your GPA? It's literally impossible to work on your GPA during summer. Okay, we have only 3 months. Can we get AP? Okay. Yeah, that's... I understand. 3 months may not be enough. All right, Mirza Olobik, ask your question. When it comes to the question of a dot, I think, Mufazzal. Yes, it's hard, but nothing is impossible. If the deadline is 14th of March, when is the exam? The exam is in May. I don't remember the exact date, but it is in May. All right, Golden asked the question. What's going on in here? I just joined. So we are having a presentation. I mean, not a presentation. We're having a session on how to spend the summer during the application process. Okay, with what program did you write your research paper? I wrote it independently. Yeah, I did an independent research. I was rejected from Pioneer. I did not apply to Lumiere. All right. What else? What questions do you have? All right, do you have any questions regarding the... Farhad asked, APs only can be taken once a year? Yes, they can only be taken once a year. Jasmina asked, have you also got AP exams? No, surprisingly, I do not have any AP tests. But starting from this year, starting from the class of 2030, the the competition is going to be very harsh. Many people will be applying with APs, so you need to make sure you maximize your chances. All right, after high school, can we take AP in a gap year, for example? Yes, of course, you can take APs in a gap year. Did you do it with professor? No, I did it on my own. Can you show example of research paper? You can definitely Google it. You can find, research paper. Yeah, you can find it. All right, I'll give you a very good source. Google Scholar. Just write this on Google and I'm sure that you will get what you want. That's the best website to look for. Okay, how to do research with professors. That's going to be a very good topic to discuss, but that is out of scope. So Dilnoza, if you really want this question to be answered, please wait till the end of the discussion and I'll give you some time to ask questions. So please keep this question till the end and you will have the chance to ask it and I'll try my best to explain it. Are Cambridge A-level exams okay to apply for? Yes, absolutely. If you have A-levels, that's perfect. If your A-levels are A-star, 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 that's brilliant. Yeah, definitely helps. A-levels are very good. If I don't take it on May, can't I have it until next May? Shiloda, you're right. If you don't take it on May, you cannot take it till next year. Are you going to share it after the video chat? No, I don't think so. No, please take notes. You need to take notes. I cannot share it after the presentation. But I'm not sure if the recording is being saved. If the recording is being saved, they can definitely share it with you guys. So if I'm not ready for the nearest AP exam, which is in spring, I'll have to apply with no APs. Yes, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Becha. Yeah, I'm sorry again if I'm mispronouncing your name. Becha, yes, you can apply without APs. It's perfectly fine. And yeah, it's fine to apply without APs as well. Ibrahim John, how much AP costs? It costs, I think, $300 and something. It was like 3 million something. Like, I don't remember the exact cost, but if you want, I can find. If you want, if you ask this question closer to the end. How many APs do we need? And what do you think about predicted scores? Okay. All right, guys. I think they're a bit too much. All right. Look, Mauluda. Mauluda is asking, how did you learn writing? We will definitely cover writing, and I can share it closer to the end. I will definitely cover that. Timur Khan is asking, is this webinar for the class of 29? No, it's for the class of 2030. And it's also for the class of 29 who are expecting to take a gap year, okay? All right, let's move on. I understand that you have any questions. I completely appreciate your support. I love all of your questions, but we need to move on. And the next one on the list, guess what it is? Guess what's coming next? So we've covered the academics. What do you think are we going to cover now? Please comment. Let's go. Speed. What are we covering now? Let's go. What do you think we are covering now? Anyone? All right, Jasmina is correct. Zafar, you'll need to wait a bit. Yes, Kobran, Dilnoza, Donior. Perfect. Let's go. Activities. Yes, I can talk about activities for hours and days and weeks and months, but I'll try to share as much information as possible in a short time period. Let's go. The first thing that you can do in summer is an internship. Summer is the best season to have an internship. Internships show professional exposure in the field related to your intended major. Okay, let me teach you how to find an internship. One, you just go open LinkedIn account, okay? First thing that you need to do to have a chance to land an internship is to have a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is a platform where you can build a profile, a professional profile, which shows your academic accomplishments, professional accomplishments. It also shows your test scores. And once you have a good LinkedIn profile, you start reaching out to people. And you start looking for internships. You look for companies, you look for any organization that may have a position for you. So I personally made an internship at the Ministry of Preschool and School Education. So I got this internship because of my network. Valera, if you know Valera, he is the founder of Freshman Academy. He recommended me to land this internship, and I did it for the period of 4 months. You don't have to do an internship for 4 months. You can do it in 1 month. All right, I'm sure, I hope I'm not lagging. Am I lagging? Let's go. Am I lagging? Chat, am I lagging? No, great. Azama, thank you very much. So if I'm not lagging. All right, Jumanazar. No, it's not an extracurricular activity. LinkedIn is a platform where you show yourself. It's like Instagram, but more professional. LinkedIn is like Instagram, but it's professional. It's to showcase your skills and talents. So, great. All right, especially if you are a computer science major, you can have an internship, for example, at Mokhar for example. Mokhar is a leading platform for AI, Mokhar AI, for example. Or you may also want to have a internship, I don't know, maybe at a bank. Maybe you may want to have an internship at the Youth Affairs Agency. There are a lot of different organizations. All you need to do is to reach out to people. Don't wait for opportunities to come. Instead, you need to go to those opportunities. You need to look for opportunities. I have friends who landed opportunities at many different places. For example, my very close friend, Uzbek, landed an internship at Dario. At Dario. You know Dario, right? It's a news platform. All right, Malika is asking, where did you intern? Can you tell me? Interned at the Ministry of Preschool and School Education. Maktab Keçe ve Maktab Ta'limi ve Hazırlığı. Yeah, I did an internship at the ministry. All right. All right, please, Donior, please keep this question till the end of the webinar. I really want to answer your question, Donior, but we need to answer it closer to the end. Now is not the best time. All right. I didn't hear from what age you can. What do you mean from what age you can? At any age you can start a LinkedIn account. Now, swiftly moving on, we have a passion project. And what I'm going to share is going to be extremely valuable. Yes, many people tell you to start a passion project, but not many people explain you the reason, explain you the exact way of doing it, right? Yes, you can do an online internship. All right. So the first thing, you need to identify a problem. Okay, step is to identify a problem. Then you gather a team and then you try to solve it with your team and you document it on social media. These 4 steps are very easy. You can do it anytime, anywhere. So summer is the perfect opportunity. I did my passion project Media Shinas in summer. If you enter my Telegram channel, in the bio, there is Media Shinas Uz. That's the passion project that I have done. And it answers all of these 4 prompts. I identify the problem, I gather the team, I try to solve it, and I documented it on social media. So this passion project is a perfect template. If you don't use this, I don't know what else you will do. All right, next, network. Please understand that almost all of your activities are carried out with a direct involvement of your network. The bigger your network is, the more opportunities you have. So make sure that you have the friend circle, that you have people who help this process, who are ready to assist you, who will recommend you to apply to different programs. I personally, everything that ever happened in my life was because of my network. All right, let me quickly answer the questions before I move on. If you have any questions, please leave them right now, because then we are moving on to essays. Essays, I really want to explain you something very interesting, but before I talk about essays, let me answer the questions. All right. What were your responsibilities? Okay, let's start from Behruz. What were your responsibilities in your internship? I mainly worked as a translator. I worked as an interpreter. I was a consecutive interpreter. There was a professor coming from the United States, and she was teaching classes, and I was kind of translating her classes to an Uzbek audience. So I was a translator. And I also worked as a research assistant. There was the research out, and I worked as an assistant to the research. Ahmedova is asking, hey, sup, I want to ask you about IELTS. I got only 7.5. Is it enough? Ahmedova, 7.5 is perfectly enough. You can get into Harvard. You can get into Stanford. You can get into Princeton with the help of 7.5, but it does not mean 7.5 is the only thing you need. 7.5 IELTS, IELTS itself is the bare minimum. There is a lot that you need to do. So I want you to stop caring about IELTS and focus on other aspects. That's why in this presentation, I didn't even talk about IELTS, because IELTS is not a decisive factor. It does not decide anything. All right. Can I do online internship? Yes, you can do online internship. Ulubek Mirza Rustamov says most internships are online. No, Ulubek, not most internships are online. Actually, most internships that I know are offline. So maybe you know the online ones, so it's fine. It doesn't mean that most internships are online. All right, what problem did you solve? All right, I would recommend you to watch the podcast that I had with M Factor, Mirza Ulubek. All right, now it will take time for me to explain. This is not a session on neuroscience, but I solved the problem related to neuroscience in Uzbekistan. If I tell it really briefly, it would be Uzbekistan does not have articles related to the brain sciences, so I wanted to contribute to this lack of information. Yes, that's it. What does identifying the problem mean? Okay, Malika. Salimova Malika. Identifying the problem means that universities love people who initiate. The universities love people who are initiative, okay? So they are looking for students who can identify the problem within the society, who are observant, who really take care, who really care about their right. So if you can identify the problem in the society and if you try to solve it with the help of a team, that's a very good passion project. Identifying a problem means birorta muammoni aniqlash. Siz jamiyatdagi birorta muammoni aniqlashingiz kerak va o'shanga yechim berish yo'lidagi harakatlaringizni ijtimoiy tarmoqlarga joylab borishingiz kerak va uni jamoa bilan qilishingiz kerak. Shunda zo'r passion project qilsa bo'ladi. Passion project qilishni juda ham har xil yo'llari bor, lekin men bitta sizlarga tayyor template berdim. Shu templatedan foydalansanglar, 1000 xil activity qilsa bo'ladi. Shu template o'zi bilan har bitta odam o'ziga unique activity o'ylab topsa bo'ladi. Okay, Timur, where can someone who majored in economics do an internship? I really don't know. I really don't know about economics. Yeah, maybe you need to ask this question from ChatGPT. We really need to ask this question from ChatGPT because I really don't know much about economics. Rostdan economics haqida unchalik ma'lumotim yo'q, shuning uchun keyingi savolga o'tamiz. Hop, your passion project is Telegram channel. If I how many subscribers, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. The more subscribers you have, the wider reach you have, and it's good. But if you have not many subscribers, it's still fine. As long as you show the impact, that's completely fine. Qanchalik ta'sir ko'rsata olganingizni, nimalar qilganingizni ko'rsatib bera olsangiz bo'ldi, odamlarning soni unchalik muhim emas. I have heard that applying for engineering differs than applying for other majors. If you don't think so, in general, what would you recommend for future engineers? Becha, I do not understand your question. Please rephrase your question. I don't understand what you're asking from me. What do you want me to say? What do you mean give recommendation? What kind of recommendation are you looking for future engineers? That's a very broad question, Becha. Please specify your question. All right, come on. Oh my God, there are too many questions. Oh my God, there are too many questions. All right, what do you think, guys? Do you think we should first finish the presentation and then move to the questions, or should we answer now? Questions at the end or now? Let's go. I texted on the group. Please answer my question. Questions at the end or now? At the end. Yes, please, at the end. Great. Thank you very much. Whew. Yeah, I didn't expect you to be this active. I really appreciate you being active. Let's go. I love you guys. Let's go. Essays. The first thing that you need is a mentor. It's very hard to write essays without a mentor because I'm seeing a lot of people and I'm seeing that so many people are literally, they don't know how to write and they don't even learn how to write. They simply write without knowledge, without the knowledge of writing essays, and they usually fail. So if you don't know how to write the essays, and I am pretty sure that most of you do not know how to write essays, because in Uzbek, we aren't accustomed to thinking. Even in English, we are not accustomed to thinking. Unless we read at least 100 classic literature books, we suck at writing essays. We have to understand that we are bad at writing essays. And after we accept this fact, we need to start looking for a mentor. It's important to have a mentor who will teach you how to write essays. I personally spent 3 years to learn how to write essays, and I don't want you to spend this much time, okay? I really don't want you to spend this much time. However, even if you don't have it, or even if you get a mentor, it doesn't matter if you get it or not, because reflections are important as well. Reflections is number one thing that got me into Vanderbilt. Reflection is the number one thing that got me into Vanderbilt. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself, right? I hope that everybody already knows about me. In case you don't, I'll briefly explain it right now. Actually, I should have done it at the beginning, right? But it's fine. I think the admins introduced me. All right. So, reflections. You need to write every day, and you need to write as much as you can. And you need to answer reflections questions. What does it mean? Answering reflections questions simply means you observe your surroundings and you try to reflect on your past. For example, why do I want to pursue this major, right? Or why do I want to pursue this profession? Or why do I like this subject? Or which past event contributed to the development of myself, right? O'zbek tilida ham tarjima qilib ketaman. Mana shu sohaga qiziqishimga nima sabab bo'ldi? Yoki mani shu fanni yaxshi ko'rishimga nima narsa turtki bo'lgan yoki o'tmishimda bo'lgan qaysi voqealar mani hozirgi kunga kelishimga yordam berdi. etc, right? Answering these reflections questions every day helps you to improve the way you think. Qachonki biz yozganimizda keyin bizning nutqimiz ravonlasha boshlaydi. Agar bizning nutqimiz, ya'ni yozma nutqimiz ravon bo'lmasa, biz oh my god, why am I speaking Uzbek? So if we cannot express ourselves clearly while we're writing, we will not be able to get into good colleges. So it's extremely important to write reflections. Again, to cut it short, reflections simply means answering simple questions about your past, about your present, future. O'zbek tilida ham aytaman, reflection bu shunchaki o'tmishingda, hozirgi kuningda va kelajaginglar haqidagi oddiy savollarga javob berish. How can you get those reflections questions? Follow my Telegram channel, because soon I will be sharing you the list of reflections prompts that you can write. My channel is Jamshidbek Izzatullah. It's right there. I'm literally speaking from this account, so feel free to follow me if you want. Next. In other words, be perspicacious. Be perspicacious. The first person who writes the meaning of the word perspicacious gets 30 minutes of free consultation from me. The first person who writes the meaning of the word perspicacious by not looking up at Google, let's go, gets 30 minutes of free consultations with me. Perspicacious. No Google. Zirak, Malika, Zirak, what does it mean? I need a definition, not the translation. Hey, it's $30, 30-minute consultation literally costs $30, and you can literally win this. Perspicacious. Let's go. Perspicacious. Yes, we are finding the winner of the 30-minute free consultation. 30-minute free consultation goes to okay. Actually, Zirak, very close. So Malika and the next person who wrote it in English, having understanding of things. Humayun. Malika and Humayun. So you guys have an opportunity to have a 30-minute consultation with me. I am going to be sending it under the very last post. All right, I just sent it under the very last post. Yeah. Now, let's move on. The perspicacious simply means having a ready insight and understanding of things. So being perspicacious means that you can notice things very quickly. So the fact that you can look around, look at your surroundings, and understand things fast. You can observe fast. That's the crucial skill in the applications and in your essays. You need to observe your surroundings. You should not be a nerd. You should not always be looking at your phone and your laptop. You need to walk around. You need to look at people. You need to try to observe your surroundings. That's how you become more observant. And if you are observant, then you can write better essays. And this is the next thing that I need to say. A Soul Ranger always loses to the people who fight in teams. Okay, that's a spelling mistake. That's not fight, that's fight. A Soul Ranger always loses to the people who fight in teams. What do you think this means? Take a moment to understand this. Take a moment to understand what I mean, and I will explain it now. So, application is the hardest game that you will ever play in your life. The application process, especially for the class of 2030, is going to be extremely competitive because there are people with IELTS 8, SAT 1550, with 5 APs, with a research paper published at a good magazine. They are working with professors. They are taking my courses. Okay, I haven't announced the course yet. I'm just kidding. I'm not selling courses yet. So yeah, they are like literally learning how to write the essays. They are doing a lot, and you will be competing with those people. I personally will be preparing students, and you will be competing with my students. You'll be competing with freshman students. You'll be competing with Babajan students. You'll be competing with a lot of people. So you need to have a team. What I mean by that is you need to surround yourself with people who are ready to fight alongside you, because you cannot fight alone, because a lonely fighter or a sole ranger always loses to the people who fight in teams. So you need to make sure that you have people around you who will force you to work harder, who will make you do the impossible. I probably would not be able to get into the university of my dream and get the full ride scholarship amounting $373,000 if I didn't have the friends next to me. If I didn't have Uzbek, Hussan, Jamshid, and other people who helped me, if I didn't have Lifsha who taught me how to write essays, if I didn't have other people who helped me in this process, I would not be able to win this game. And I'll repeat it. Application process is the biggest game that you will play in your life. So you don't want to lose it. And if you don't want to lose it, make sure that you have a team to fight together. Now, yes, Donior found it right, because the thing that I need to tell now is fight in teams. What does it mean? Surround yourself with people who share common. Create or join group of people applying to top universities. Collaborate, help, and learn from each other. Please understand that you cannot win this game alone. You need to have a ready team. And if you don't have a team, either create a team or join the group of people. Okay? Join groups, ask questions, offer help, collaborate, learn from each other. Because this process is extremely harsh and competitive. And only the people who are together with each other till the very end succeed. Okay? This is the last message that I wanted to give as part of today's session on how to spend the summer before you apply to the class of 2030. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I hope the session was very useful. If it was useful, please let me know. I really like reading comments and compliments. So if you found anything useful in this session, please let me know. And we move on to the part of today's discussion, which is Q&A. Please, admins, please text Q&A in the group, because I want people to ask questions right now. Yes, under the very last post, please write questions. And I will be answering those questions as much as I can. All right. I can speak Uzbek. Do you want me to speak Uzbek? Of course I can speak Uzbek. I mean, I did speak Uzbek today, didn't I? All right, let me start. Let me start answering the questions, I think. All right, Donior, let's go. Is it okay if I involve my current national university in LinkedIn when I'm doing an internship? Donior, what do you mean? Are you studying at the national university? Because if you're studying at a national university, it's actually illegal to apply to universities as the first year student. You need to do transfer applications, and transfer applications are harder than first year applications. So, no, I don't think you should include your national university on LinkedIn. No, I don't think. When you're looking for an internship, yes. When you are trying to land an internship, yes, it helps. It helps. All right, next. We have a question from Habibullah Salam. Nope, Telegram account. How to find that good circle? That's a very good question. Try to go to events as much as you can. There are TEDx events, for example. I am delivering a TED Talk, at the end of this month. Actually, at the very beginning of next month. Try to go to TED Talks, try to go to MUNs, just try to go to any event that gathers such people. I personally gained 50% of my network because of TEDx. I organized a TEDx event twice, and most of my network comes from there. You may want to go to, for example, Zakovat maybe. Zakovat, TED, MUN. These ones that I recommend to find a good circle of people. Okay, that's a very... All right, questions are interesting, but my energy is draining because I've been sick. All right, let me try to answer as fast as possible. Would it be impressive to open a student union at a public school for the first time? Umarova, Yes, it probably will be impressive, but it's not good enough to be your first activity. It can be fine for the fifth, maybe sixth activity, but you need to make sure you do something more. Opening a student union for the sake of opening a student union is not good. You need to have a clear mission. If you have a clear purpose of opening a student union, and if you can show that purpose in your essays, yes, that's impressive. Yeah. Who are you, bro? Who are you, bro? Asking a question. Are you recording? I don't know. Admins, are you recording? I don't know. Answer him, please. Okay, Maksat. Maksat is asking how old I am, and I am 19 years old. I am 19 years old, brother. All right, next. No name space, right? The question is being asked. Did you take 2 gap years or 3? They literally answered him. Okay, I took 2 gap years. Book recommendations for better writing. Reading for enjoyment or reading for enrichment? Both. Sarvanos, both. You need to read both to enjoy and to enlighten yourself. I'm not sure if the word enrichment is correctly used, but enlightenment is the best word to use. You need to read for enlightening yourself. All right. Book recommendations. I'll send them on my channel, okay? I will send book recommendations on my channel, so if you're still not following my channel, make sure you do. And please remind me if I don't, because right now, off the top of my hand, I can show you. Yeah, here. Can you see? Can you see the book? This is the book that I read. William Zinsser. Hard to pronounce the name, but this is the book that I read on writing well, and that's a very good book. I'm thinking about giving this book away because I don't need it now. Yeah. But you can find the PDF easily online. If you Google the PDF, it's very easy to find. Next question. Should I mention the sources I used in my research paper? I mean, sites I used. Oh, look. Hilola Ismailova. There are their own rules. So there are its own regulations on how to write a research paper. There is this thing called citing. So citing simply means mentioning the sources that you got the information from And if you join Pioneer or if you join Lumiere or if you learn it on your own, you will definitely learn how to do the citing. No, they will not think that you are a theft, that you are a thief, because you need to cite, you need to mention the source. How did you learn writing the research paper? Please share the sources to do it by yourself. Mauluda, it's very hard to answer this question now because it's a very long topic to discuss. I have shared the resources like Pioneer and Lumiere, and that should be pretty enough. Like, let's just try to apply to those programs, and if you get rejected, only doing it on ourselves, because doing it on yourself is a bit hard. I do not recommend to learn on your own because it's always better to do it with a program. And Mavluda, if you really, really want an answer to this question, please leave this question on my channel, and sometime I will try to answer your question, but now it will take too much time. Next, what kind of extracurricular do you recommend for major business manager? Startups. Yeah, startup is the best thing. Just start a nonprofit maybe not a nonprofit, but you can start a startup. Yeah. Why not? Business manager. Or just manage the shop, maybe. Just go to the local shop and ask them to work as a manager for 1 week. I mean, there are a lot of things that you can do. Like if you're a business major, anything that asks you to work on a business, like, yeah, you can do an internship. You can write a research paper. You can write a lot of things, yeah. All right, next. All right. I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer all of these questions. All right, let's go. Can I take your full college application course? Because I can't find good mentor, which is not too expensive. I think your name is Jasur, and yes, you can. Yes. Just join my channel. We will be announcing it soon enough. Yes, you can. Jumanazar Kholmatov, how can we prepare for essays? You need to have a mentor. You need to learn it from someone because it's hard to learn it on your own. If everybody could learn it on their own, they would be getting into universities. But if you noticed, only people good into universities. So yeah, it's extremely important to have a mentor. Yes, the webinar. Okay. Malika is asking if I studied at Millat Umida Maktaba. Yes, I studied at Millat Umida Maktaba, which is also known as Cambridge International College, and it helped me in a way that it gathered some of the brilliant people around me. I had people who had the same goals. For example, now you're asking me how to find a good circle of friends, right? I didn't have this problem because everyone was applying to top universities. My classmates are studying. My friend at CIC, at Cambridge International College, is now studying at Yale. If you know Hossein Murad also studied at Millat Umida. So he's studying at Yale. So I had this friend. I had a friend who's now working at Google. Jasur. There is this guy whose name is Jasur, and he also studied at Millat Umida, and he's now working at Google as a software engineer. My classmates are studying at University of Toronto, University of Manchester, KAIST. Like, they're literally studying at top universities around the world. So Millat Umida Maktaba helped me in a way that it gathered some of the brightest minds around me so that I had the network of people. Abdullah Inayatov is asking if exchange programs and volunteering activities are beneficial. Exchange programs, I am not sure. I am not Flex is good, but I really don't like Flex much. Maybe I am biased, but I don't like Flex, for example. Girls in tech for girls is good. I think girls in tech is good, but it's only for girls. I really don't know many exchange programs. They are good, definitely worth trying. If you apply to those programs, if you apply to those opportunities, that definitely helps. But the volunteering activities, Yes, it helps, but it should not be your priority. Volunteering should not be your priority. It can help, it does help, but it should not be the best activity that you have. I have offline SAT courses. Miss, I don't know your name. I hate it when I don't know people's names. I'm sorry that I cannot call you with your name, but Miss Butterfly, do you have an online SAT course? I personally teach offline in Tashkent. It's a very comfortable destination. It's like literally in front of Uzbek metro. In case anybody is interested, feel free to come. You can text me. You can text me in the channel, and I can give you the location so you can come and take SAT courses. Can I create a volunteering project in American Embassy Tashkent? And will this improve my portfolio? Ahmedova, yes, it will. It definitely will improve your portfolio as long as you show that it was important. So it's important not only to show, not to do the activity, but it's also important how you show it. Okay? So showing the activity literally is important. Self-portrayal, self-representation is key. Okay, Muhammad is asking, can you share us the essay you wrote to Vanderbilt? If you wrote the name of Vanderbilt correctly, I would probably think about it. But now I will not think about sharing the essay. You wrote the name incorrectly. That's very sad. That's very sad. Next question. All right. Without SAT, is it possible to enter top 200 university? It is possible, but it's very hard. That's it. It's possible, but it's extremely hard. I hope it answers your question. Next. Did you study at Freshman Academy? Yes, I did. I took their admissions program. I didn't take their full support, but I did study at their admissions program. Yes, so what should I do in this case? Donior, I don't understand you. I don't understand you, Donior. I'm sorry. I really do not understand you. Next, really transfer applications are harder than first year? Yes, definitely. Transfer applications, they may not be hard. I'm sorry. They may not be hard. Oh my God. Okay. I haven't been going to work for the past 3 days, and now it's very hard for me to speak. I spoke a bit too much, I guess. Yes, transfer applications are hard. Okay, I am going to open my YouTube channel where I translate useful videos to Uzbek. Is that a good passion project? Jorabek, yes, I think it's a good project. Yes. What if we study foundation? Do AO think us as transfers? You know, I have to study in university this year. My parents don't allow me to take a gap year. All right, Mufazzal. Mufazzal, are you here? Because I want to tell you something very good. Do your parents speak Uzbek? Mufazzal. Please, I mean, I'm not sure if your name is Mufazzal. I'm very sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but this account. So if your parents speak Uzbek and if you're having trouble with taking a gap year, watch the video that we are about to release. We will soon release a podcast, so you can feel free to ask any questions if you have, and I'll try my best to answer it as much as possible. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending this meeting. It was such a great pleasure for me to help you with the application process. I will be glad to further assist you. And if you ask me questions and if I do not answer your questions, please don't be upset. Please don't take it personal, because I never ignore people. I just try to answer whenever I have time. For example, If you ask me a question right now, I will not be able to respond, but I will definitely try to respond within 24 hours. So please remind me if I still forget to answer your questions, and I will be happy to further help you with the applications. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for the team project volunteers. It was a very enlightening session. I enjoyed talking to you all, and thank you very much for being active. I really liked the way you asked your questions, and I will hopefully see you in the further meetings. Goodbye. Peace.